Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to completely unpack the rapidly evolving and sometimes overwhelming world of AI side hustles. We are looking at a really fascinating breakdown today of 7 distinct ways to monetize AI. We're going to track the journey from the most crowded, entry-level gigs you see all over the internet, all the way up to highly lucrative business-to-business AI agent systems. So, if you're looking to cut through all that noise and understand where the real sustainable value actually lies in the AI landscape right now, you are in exactly the right place. Here is a quick look at our agenda for today. 1. The crowded AI hustles. 2. The automated e-commerce pivot. 3. The core opportunity, the AI agent business model. 4. Building an AI receptionist. And 5. Future horizons, avatars and apps. Let's get to it. All right, Section 1, the crowded AI hustles, high competition, low barrier. So looking at the first tier of our value competition matrix, we see 3 heavily promoted methods: AI clipping, AI ghostwriting, and AI websites. With clipping, you're basically using tools like Opus Clips to chop up long-form content for TikTok or Reels, and the AI handles a staggering 90% of the workload for you. With ghostwriting, you're feeding research into Claude to write newsletters. The AI handles about 75% of the work there, leaving you to just kind of refine the taste and tone. And with websites, you're using Wix or Hostinger to auto-generate entire landing pages from a single prompt, with the AI doing about 80% of the heavy lifting. Sounds great, right? But look closely at that final column. High automation, unfortunately, brings huge crowds. So the absolutely crucial point here is this. That is just how money works. If a hustle like AI video clipping only takes 3 days to learn, literally everyone is going to jump in. And yeah, sure, while consistency might put you ahead of the 99% of people who inevitably quit after a week, you are still fighting in a highly saturated market. To find real sustainable value, we've got to look past these 3-day learning curves. Which brings us to Section 2, the automated e-commerce pivot, stepping up the value. It's a classic trade-off. On one hand, we have those crowded entry-level methods like clipping, completely defined by high competition and a really low barrier to entry. But as we step up the ladder, we move into AI e-commerce and AI agents. These are specialized high-value methods. Now, they do require a slightly longer learning curve, but that small hurdle is exactly what filters out the massive crowds. It drops the competition down to medium or even low. A perfect example of this pivot is the AI-built Shopify store. Using tools like Build Your Store and AutoDS, you can literally create an entire e-commerce ecosystem where the AI picks the winning products, writes all the listings, and even ships the items directly to your customers without you ever once touching the inventory. The AI handles 95% of the operation. That leaves your 5% of human effort entirely focused on choosing the right niche and driving traffic. It is a highly passive, medium competition model that just wipes the floor with traditional dropshipping. Now, for the core focus of this explainer, Section 3, the AI agent business model, the B2B goldmine. I really want you to let this massive financial insight sink in for a second. Small, local businesses typically miss over 50% of their incoming calls every single day. Over half. Just think about how much revenue is slipping right through their fingers just because a busy receptionist couldn't pick up the phone, or because a customer called after hours. This is a massive, incredibly expensive problem for business owners. And here is the absolute perfect technological solution, the AI receptionist. Now, to be clear, this isn't one of those super clunky, frustrating phone trees. It is a digital employee that handles specific jobs automatically. It answers calls, it books appointments, and it captures leads 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It never takes a sick day, and it never leaves a potential customer hanging. For local businesses, think about dentists, hair salons, or local plumbers. This is an absolute game changer. But these business owners are often incredibly behind on AI trends, which makes the person who can set this up for them extremely valuable. To prove just how insanely good this tech has gotten, the source material shared a really funny test call using an AI tool. The host called a demo AI receptionist for a fake company called Tilbury Fitness, claiming he was Mark the Body Tilbury and that he wanted to get his 6-pack up to an 8-pack. And without missing a beat, the AI calmly responded, "I hear you want to trim down your midsection," and smoothly pivoted right into capturing his contact details so a coach could follow up. It was conversational, it sounded completely natural, and it flawlessly captured the lead. So how do we actually do this? Section 4, Building an AI Receptionist. The actionable blueprint. The business plan here is brilliantly straightforward. Step 1, you pick a specific local business type to focus on. Step 2, you build a customized demo AI receptionist using a tool like Dialzara, complete with its very own phone number. Step 3, and this is pure genius, you walk into that local business or get on a call and you let the owner actually hear the AI answer the phone live. This brilliantly illustrates the power of the product, because once they hear what it's capable of doing for their specific business, it basically sells itself. Finally, step 4, you charge them an upfront setup fee and a recurring monthly retainer just to keep it running. But you might be wondering, why is the competition so low for something so obviously lucrative? Well, AI clipping takes about 3 days to learn, while building and selling AI agents takes roughly 1 to 2 months. Most people simply aren't prepared to spend a month or 2 learning the software, building out the demos, and persistently pitching to land those first couple of clients. And you know what? That barrier to entry is your best friend. It leaves a massive, uncrowded opportunity for dedicated learners who are actually willing to put in that initial effort. Let's move to our final section and see how this builds into the least competitive frontiers. Section 5, Future Horizons, Avatars and Apps. First up in this frontier is Method 6 AI avatars. Using platforms like Higgsfield, you can now generate virtual people that look completely photorealistic. You don't even need complicated prompting. It's honestly like designing a character in a video game with sliders for skin tone, eye color, and outfits. People are already using these AI influencers to sell physical products or secure massive brand sponsorships. The benefits? Well, it removes every annoying part of being an influencer. You never actually have to film yourself, your avatar never has a bad hair day, and most importantly, it literally never ages. It is a highly scalable digital asset. And finally, we have Method 7, AI app building. Look, custom software used to cost tens of thousands of dollars and take months of development. Not anymore. Now, using tools like Emerald or Lovable, you simply type a description of the app you want, say a custom investment portfolio tracker, and the AI writes the code right before your eyes. You can build these tools for businesses and charge a premium per project, or you could even launch your own app and collect monthly subscriptions, all without knowing a single line of traditional code. Now, I'll be honest, building apps with AI does have a learning curve of about 2 to 3 months. Things will definitely break, and you'll have to fix them by telling the AI what went wrong. But as the source brilliantly put it, it's not hard like learning code. It's hard like learning to drive. It might feel a bit awkward and jerky for that first month as you figure out the back and forth prompting. But eventually, you get completely used to it, and the entire process just becomes second nature. We have covered some incredible ground today, moving all the way from the hyper-crowded 3-day hustle of AI video clipping, up through automated e-commerce, and deep into the goldmine of selling AI agents and building custom software for businesses. The pattern here is undeniably clear. The more you are willing to learn, the lower your competition becomes, and the higher your potential rewards soar. So I want to leave you with this provocative question to think about. Looking at everything we've just unpacked today, which of these AI business models are you ready to master? Thank you for joining me for this explainer, and as always, keep learning.